Right, let's talk about another case grip for the iPhone 17 Pro Max in my case. TELESIN did reach out to me and they sent me those versions. There are two combo or kits, so to speak. There is the all-in-one kit and the standard kit. Basically both have the case and the grip itself, but the all-in-one has a bit more accessories. As you can see here, basically a magnetic filter and a LED light. The rest is basically the same. I used the standard kit for a bit and a few of those accessories. This is the case itself, which is pretty unique, almost the best fitting case for my silver edition. Really lightweight and has a cooling solution built in. This is like a thermal pad, and it also has an opening here which helps with heat dissipation. And overall it's fairly thin and lightweight, but quality is alright. It feels a bit cheap at first, but it actually is quite nice. I have this here, I used this already for quite a bit. And as soon as you put it on, it fits really nice. The buttons are right there. The opening for the camera button is really nice. And overall, quite good click. Rubbery bag, which helps with the grip itself. The side's a little bit slippery than others, but usually that's fine. I did not have any big issues with that, and overall it looks pretty sleek. Maybe not the case that I would usually go for. Usually I go for like a dark matte look. And this is really fitting for my silver iPhone there, so that is good. It comes with a screen protector. This one is a more reflective one. I really like a matte screen protector, but at least it's nice that they provide a screen protector with all the tools to install it. Then there is this nice little LED light. We'll try that out in a minute. Then there is this UV filter. I really like this magnetic UV filter, and I will talk about other options as well. Then there is accessories like a lanyard and a USB-C cable right there to charge the grip. So this is the grip itself. And the good thing is it is also a battery. So it is MagSafe, and just like that. And it also charges your phone. This is really nice. Quite big battery, USB-C down here. And then there's this lanyard here, really solid. You could put it there. I'm not a big fan of those lanyards, but it is well made and looks good. And overall, I like the design of this grip. It feels good, really solid, really well made. Not as cheap as others. Even more expensive ones that I have from other brands don't feel that good. It really is ergonomically really nice. Nice record button here. And there are other buttons there. This is the normal record button. You have two more function buttons basically, and also a dial in front, which feels really nice. And also, since it's MagSafe, it's also like a stand. You can use it for vertical video, just like that. As you can see, record button works. You have to connect it with Bluetooth, but that's common for those kind of buttons or accessories. It's really easy. So yeah, overall this is nice. And what I really like about this system is this magnetic filter. It slides in, has like little grooves here. So it's secured that way, and also it's magnetic, so it stays on there, doesn't rattle around, really solid, optically quite fine. And I really like this because now my lenses are protected even if I don't use it with the grip, just in my pocket. I really like this. On the website they say there will be other filters like a CPL filter or ND filter, something like that. That would be really nice. Well, and just like that, they did send me those filters. It's a few weeks later now, but they did send me those out. It is actually a VND, CPL and a black mist filter. So let's start with the VND filter. Just remove the UV filter and it's the same mechanism. It goes on there, slides in and is held in place by a magnet. So pretty sweet. Just a normal VND. Of course, it works with the handle, no problem there. The third-party battery banks, it's a bit tricky. Yeah, it kind of works, but it's not quite on there. Doesn't really matter because this is also a power bank, so why would you use this? In terms of external memory stuff, yeah, it kind of works. It's on the edge. You could use this solution right there. So this is fine. A good thing about this filter system also is this is basically also a 67mm filter thread now. And you could put on every filter of this size. For example, I have this magnetic filter set from K&F, and now you can use all filters that you have of 67mm on this. And on the other thing, you can use this filter now, because this is also 67mm, on any other lens. For example, on this 35 from Retrox I got, I have an adapter ring there. And now you can use this VND on this lens. So basically you could get 2 of those or more. And now you have VNDs for your iPhone and on your normal camera. So this is an interesting solution as well. Same with the CPL filter. I'm not a big user of CPL filters. Slides in and is magnetically in place. And it's also 67mm filter thread. Quite nice. And then there's a black mist filter. Those are a few example shots on the Christmas market. So this filter can take the digital edge of iPhone footage. Even with ProRes and Apple Log, it still looks a bit digital sometimes. And with this filter, everything looks quite smooth, so to speak. It's a look, you have to commit to it. And again, this is really nice. Nothing big and fancy going on. Just a simple slide-on filter there. And I have this UV filter on there anyways. So this is quite nice. I really like this. One thing I noticed with the VND on like 4 or between 3 and 5, at least at 5, there is a cross pattern showing up. So it usually shows up on wide angle lenses, and if you overturn, so to speak, a VND, there's a hard stop, so it should not be an issue. But I tested other VNDs on the iPhone itself, and basically with every VND there is something going on at the maximum setting, so to speak. So keep that in mind. It really depends on how sun is hitting the lens and what lights you use and what you shoot. But yeah, keep in mind, at least at the 4th marking there, at 5 for certain, there's an X pattern showing up, or at least the edges get darker in the corners and only on 2 sides. So, but again, this is not an issue with this filter alone. I had this with the small rig VND, and also if I put on a different VND filter as well that are in this those ranges. So this will be an issue with those as well, not just with this filter. All right, just a quick insert about those filters. Back to the main video. Let's talk about this LED light, which is also quite unique because it is MagSafe. And as you can see, there's actually a selfie mirror. You You can see my A6700 there. So this is nice, and you can switch this as well. And now you have like a little selfie LED light, and you can adjust brightness. Colors has 3 settings basically: cool, warm, mixed light. For the most part, this is an interesting light, even if you film like this, interviews or whatever, and you can turn it around and even put it like that. And I turn it off, just push the button. So this is quite nice as well, and the magnet is really solid, so it doesn't fall off. My solution for this MagSafe is actually getting this SSD right there. I have a link to my video about all my SSDs that I tested for ProRes RAW, and this works quite well. So I put this there, and then I have like this angled cable. I just put this there. I might have to think about another cable solution, but for now this works. And now I can use it with that. Also has a little tripod mount there, so you could use like a little Arca Swiss plate and put it on your tripod there. So even that works quite nice. And just like that, it just works. And I even could put this LED light now on there. So the only downside is this grip and the function buttons and the zoom rocker and this dial only works in, at least right now, in the TELESIN app that they have, which is a nice, interesting little app. And you connect it right there, and then you have quite a few options right there. It's well laid out actually. Adjustments for the FN key, switching shooting modes, focal length, snap sound. You even have different snap sounds. Really like this. FNC, which is basically Fuji camera. So this is really nice. You have to connect it first, but it's really easy to set up. And then you can choose different filters. This is the Hassi filter, Fuji, Leica M, Polaroid. So really nice, interesting little app there. Even like you can shoot Polaroids right there. Really fun little, and you can also set the intensity, shooting modes with this dial. Now I'm going to video, zoom rocker, something like that. I mean, yeah, it's nice. Change the exposure. It's a fun little app. I mean, for some it works, for some not. For the most part, you don't even need this SSD if you use this grip with this app, because there's no option for ProRes and log and SSD recording. So yeah, right now I have mixed feelings about this. Overall, I like the design, the function as well, and the overall feel and build quality is good. I especially like this filter system right there, and that it is MagSafe, and that it is charging your phone as well, and that it has a tripod mount. But then again, all those nice buttons don't really work in any other app. You can set this zoom for display zoom somehow, which is a bit odd. Maybe at some point there's a way to use those buttons in the Blackmagic camera app. Not quite sure if that is something that is possible. I will ask TELESIN if there is any option for that, and I will pin a comment. But for now, yeah, nice system, but it kind of lacks the professional attitude. ProRes RAW, log, it's just not there. Maybe they have to work on the app itself. But then again, I think the intentions of this free app, by the way, are a bit different, and they are fun to use, but yeah, maybe not as professional as I would like with this nice grip. So for now, this is fun to use and really a nice option, especially if you really want to shoot straight for Instagram or TikTok with a nice look. The filters are really nice. They don't really feel cheap or whatever. They are solid, and with this grip, the function is there. But if you want to use it with ProRes RAW and log with the Blackmagic camera app, this doesn't really do that much. But overall, still a good option. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe I'm seeing this wrong, the lack of ProRes RAW and log. Sometimes that is not necessary. So for a quick post to TikTok and Instagram, this might be the real deal. Again, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. There will be another case video. In the meantime, good night and good luck, and back to work, I guess.